So, half of Americans think life in France is better than the United States. According to a survey, half of Americans dream of living the French lifestyle because of the landmarks, restaurants, and of course the pastries. Now, I don't want to start an international incident here, but I think if you're asking that question right now with the economy and inflation the way it is, you're bound to find folks who say any place has got to be better than what we have to deal with right now with the gas prices and the whatnot. But just be careful, folks. The grass isn't always greener. But let's see what else the survey says, shall we? Here's the kicker. The recent study of 2,000 adults reveals that even though 55% believe the French way of life seems better than the American, and 50% fantasize about living it, just 31% would consider moving to the country, with 23% saying they have lived in the country in the past. Okay, this is interesting. Not sure I could find 23% of my neighbors who've lived anywhere but here, so I'm just curious about if the survey was taken in New York or somewhere in Texas. Of those who would move there, 27% would go to Paris, 20% say they would head to the French Riviera, and 18% would head to Lyon. I see we have a spirited debate here in the comment section below. Just keep it friendly. I get it. I visited Ireland a few years back, and I loved that, but I was really also glad to get home. I do live in Texas. People said the top reason they want to live in France was to visit the landmarks and restaurants and cafes and coffee shops. The study finds other reasons people would like to relocate include the architecture, castles, and shopping, as well as immersing themselves in art galleries, eating brioche, and learning the language. Okay, I get that. But if it were me, I would certainly want to know what's it like to work and live there. And what does it cost? 37% think of France as a foodie country with croissants and champagne and your brioche, all French inspired. I never understood the line. You wouldn't happen to have any gray poop on you, would you? Ooh, but the wine. I have to tell you this story. So when my dad finally decided to buy a summer place in Wisconsin, when we were all just little children, he wanted to celebrate with this bottle from his wine collection, something called a 1969 Chateau Lafite Rothschild. For those of you who are curious, that's a expensive one. Well, I dropped it carrying it out to the car. No fear, he had another one. I dropped that too. In today's money, that was about $2,500 worth of wine. The ants were drunk with joy. Where was I? Oh, okay, yes, it's a foodie country, but I was never really a French food fan, but that's just me. My wife loves it. U.S. respondents believe 30% of our daily vocabulary originates from France. 30%? Now, I don't know what the actual number is, but among the words and phrases the nation believes come from the French are déjà vu, fiancé, and rendezvous. Of course, pronounced properly, that would be déjà vu, fiancé, and rendezvous. So I took French in high school for 4 years, and the only thing I can still do is ask where the bathroom is and say I'm tired. Not sure why. Okay, then there's my dad. He just adopts a French accent and yells at people when they speak that or any other language. It's like, Dad, it's another language. They're not deaf. You can check out more on this and other studies by clicking in the link in the description below and head over to StudyFinds.com, where apparently there's a food fight in the comments. Au revoir. Or is it bonjour? I don't remember.